right, we are going to take 5-5 notes. So a linear inequality. Linear means line. Inequality means less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. So a linear inequality is it's like an equation that makes a line, but instead of an equal sign, instead of y equals mx plus b, it'll use the less than, greater than signs right there. And before, when we had linear equations, if they crossed one time, they had one solution. If they were parallel, they had no solutions. And if they were the same line, they had infinitely many solutions. So an inequality, though, can have lots of solutions. An example of one would be if I told you that I was less than 45. And if you were guessing my age, you could guess a whole bunch of different answers, and they're all less than 45. You could say 30, 40, 32, 42, 49, or you can say 49, 39. So there's a whole lot of different answers that can make that true. So to check to see if a solution works for a linear inequality, we're just going to plug it in. So here's my equation, my inequality right here we're going to use. And I'm going to see if any of these can be solutions. So we're just going to check each of them. So I have 2x minus 3y is less than 15. But instead of my x, I'm going to use this 2 right here, 2. And instead of my y, I'm going to use this 5 right here. That gives me 4 minus 15 is less than 15. 11 is less than 15. So that alligator mouth right there, it's eating the big number. So this is true. So yes, this will be a solution for that. So that's one answer that would work. Let's try this next one. 2, instead of x, I write -1 minus 3, -7, less than 15. That'd be a -2 plus 21 less than 15. That'd be 19 is less than 15. That is not true. The alligator mouth should be eating the 19. So no, this does not work for that. The next one, 2 times 3 minus 3 times -4 less than 15. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 12 is less than 15. That would be 18 is less than 15. That again is not true. It shouldn't be eating the little one, so that doesn't work. Let's try the zeros. 2 times 0 minus 3 times 0 less than 15. That would just be 0 minus 0. So 0 is less than 15. That's absolutely true. That's a bigger number. So yes, so 0, 0 would work. So that's pretty easy and straightforward. This next section is very, very important. If you are not writing anything else down, you need to write these steps down. So when you step 1, so we're going to graph this now. So you put the inequality in slope-intercept form, and that's just y equals mx plus b. What we've been doing before. This is key. Remember, be sure to flip the inequality sign when you multiply or divide by a negative number. So you're going to get the line into something you can graph. So when you draw a line, you can draw a solid line. That's just a normal line. If you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. you will use a dotted line if you have less than or greater than. And you will shade, and this will all make sense in a sec, but you need to write it down. Shade above the line for greater than or equal to, and shade below the line for less than or less than equal to. Write step 2 and step 3 down. This is key. All right, we're going to graph this. So the first thing we need to do is put it into y equals mx plus b. Take away 2x. Negative 3y is less than negative 2x plus 15. I'm going to divide by negative 3. So y, I just divided by a negative. Flip your sign. 2 over 3x minus 5. All right, the very first thing I look at is this. If I look up here, it says I'm going to graph, when I have this symbol, I'm going to graph with a dotted line. So let's graph this. Negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My rise is 2, my run is 3. So this is where my line's going to be. Instead of drawing just a normal line, just do a dotted line. Okay, step 1. Step 2, actually it's step 3 now. So how an inequality works is this says that the y is going to be greater than. That means that I'm going to color anything above this line. So a solution to this equation is going to be anything that's in this colored section. So that could be a solution, 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 that could be a solution. Like any of those dots that are in that purple could be an answer. If you put it into the equation, it would work out. Anything down here cannot be a solution. It's not in that colored section. One other thing you need to know. What if we have a dot that is on the line right here? Well, go back up to your notes. I'm going to add one more thing. If it is a dotted line, the solution is not on the line. If I had drawn a solid line and then I have that dot, that can be a solution if it's a solid line. Solution can be on line. So I want you to pause this for a second and make sure that everything I have written in this blue, that's a green box, you have written on your paper. When you're done, turn over to the next page. All right, at the top of this page, write my little key that I've written. This will help us remember what to do. So we're going to graph this first one. It starts at negative 5. So I put the starting dot on negative 5. I'm going to rise 1 and run 3. So this is where my line's going to be. We need to look at our sign. That is going to be a dotted line. So let's draw the dotted line through my points. And now we need to decide, do I color above the line or below the line? Well, it's greater than, so that means above. So you need to color this whole section to the line. Okay? What I want you to do now is to do the rest of this page, to graph it all, just like I did on this side and the other side. I have already written out the equations so you don't have to solve them. So pause this, copy down the equations, graph them all, and this is what you need to turn in.